What are the wage law rules for unapproved overtime? Imagine working extra hours without asking for permission and still getting paid for those hours. It might sound good, but what do the laws say about this situation? Let's break it down. Under the Fair Labor Standards Act, employers are required to pay employees for all hours they work, even if those hours were not approved beforehand. This means if you work overtime without permission, your employer still has to pay you at the overtime rate. That rate is 1.5 times your regular hourly wage for any hours worked beyond 40 in a single week. Employers cannot refuse to pay for unapproved overtime just because it was not authorized in advance. The law makes it clear that all hours worked must be compensated. If they do not pay, they risk penalties like paying back wages owed to employees and fines from labor authorities. Overtime generally means working more than 40 hours in 1 week. The extra hours are paid at the overtime rate, which is 1.5 times your usual pay. Not everyone qualifies for overtime pay. Some employees, like certain professionals, managers, or administrative staff, may be exempt if they meet specific criteria. But for most hourly workers or non-exempt employees, the rules are strict. Employers can have policies requiring employees to get approval before working extra hours. If employees work overtime without permission, the employer can discipline them. This might include warnings, suspension, or even termination. These policies help control unauthorized overtime and keep costs in check. Paying for unapproved overtime can also be costly for businesses. It affects payroll budgets and can lead to legal trouble if laws are broken. Companies need to be careful to follow wage and hour laws to avoid penalties and damage to their reputation. To manage this, businesses should create clear written policies about overtime. They should train managers on how to enforce these rules and monitor employee hours closely. Consistent discipline for violations helps prevent unauthorized work. In the end, the law states that employers must pay for all hours worked, approved or not. But they also have the right to set rules and discipline employees who work overtime without permission. Following these rules keeps everyone fair and compliant with employment laws.